Located in the shadows of the San Bernardino Mountains, we welcome you to California Speedway, where today, for the third consecutive year, the future stars of IndyCar will crown a champion in the Menards Infiniti Pro Series California 100. The points chase has come down to one final race. Can points leader Wade Cunningham cap off his consistent season? Can the hottest driver in the series, Jeff Simmons, continue his second half surge? Today, a new Menards Infiniti Pro Series champion will be crowned at the California Speedway next. And it all comes down to one place and one race, the tightest points battle in Menard Infiniti Pro Series history. Just 84 points separating the top five and only 33 between the top two drivers. Hello, everyone. Along with IndyCar expert and analyst Robbie Buell, I'm Jerry Punch. Glad to have you with us today here at California Speedway. And Robbie, as a driver, you've lived this many times before, a points leader and a points chaser entering the final race of the year. Now, if you're Jeff Simmons and you're the hottest thing on the circuit right now with your 33 points back, what are you thinking?
Well, Jeff Simmons, he knows the odds are against him. He needs to go flat out. He needs to lead as many laps of this racetrack as he can, as well as win this race. No patience, no holding back. He needs to go at it.
Now, if you're Wade Cunningham and you're the points leader, you've been consistent, but you haven't won all year. What's going through your mind right now?
Well, we know Wade wants to win a race, but right now he's thinking championship. He wants his name to end up in these record books as this champion in black and white. That's what he wants.
What's Wade Cunningham really thinking? Why don't we ask him? Here's Cameron Steele.
Thanks, Doc. Well, Wade, half the races you have finished second, and you're going down to the championship run here with the last event. 10th or better locks it. What about the nerves?
Well, you know, I'm out here to race this weekend, you know, with the ifs and buts, and if this happens and that, you know, I'm just going to go out there today and do what I've done every other race this year and try and get to the front and have a good race.
I know in the back of your mind you're still thinking that one win, the elusive win, you'd like to get it here in California, wouldn't you?
I'd love to.
He's not a man of many words right now. I know he's focused, but this is going to be quite a battle as the championship looms ahead.
All right, Cameron, thank you very much. Take a look at our starting grid and all Sam Smith front row. 6th pole of the year, 20th of the season overall, I should say, for Sam Smith Motorsports. Travis Gregg will lead him down alongside teammate Jaime Camara. Row 2, Chris Festa, 20 years of age, and beside him, best qualifying effort of the year, Marty Roth, the Canadian with Roth Racing. Back in row 3, there is our points leader, Wade Cunningham, and beside him, Nick Bussell, still looking for that first win of the year, 10 top 5 finishes. In row 4, Jeff Simmons. He is second in points, has won 4 races the last 6 outings. He's the hot man on the circuit. Beside him, Bobby Wilson in the Multimatic machine out of Dowdman, Wisconsin. Row 5, good to have Taylor Fletcher back, the Bullet Team Motorsports efforts. And beside him, making his 40th career start, Ari Lyondot Jr., 6 runner-up finishes, looking for that first win. Had a great run here a year ago, almost won the race. In row 6, Jeff Dodge in the automatic fire sprinklers machine, and beside him, reigning USAC Sprint Car champion, Jay Drake. In row 7, John Herb, the Phoenix winner, and P.J. Abbott, the 41-year-old from Grand Prairie, Texas, in the American Red Cross machine. Robbie Buell, keys to this race today.
Well, the first key is downforce over drag. These guys got to pick that proper balance on the race car. They need enough grip to get through the corners and traffic, but they can't have too much drag to slow them down a straight line. The next thing is strategy and racecraft. You need to understand your competition's strengths and weaknesses and position yourself in the right spot at the end of this race. From there, restarts. Restarts are always a great opportunity to make up spots, and timing that restart to just hit it spot on is a big part of gaining positions and putting yourself somewhere you want to be at the end of this race.
All right, we'll keep an eye on those keys of the race today as they come out of turn 4, 14th and final event of the year. Paul Blevins and Brian Howard on the flag stand, and here they come with the Menards Infiniti Pro Series cars to the start-finish line for the California 100.
And the Sam Schmidt cars, those first 3 cars are all Sam Schmidt cars, teammate cars. They've been very dominant on these super speedways. Let's see what these guys have in store for everybody.
That's the Lucas Oil onboard camera for Travis Gregg, a 3-time winner this year. And behind him, Jaime Camara, who's won twice, and he gets a challenge from one of their teammates, That is Chris Festa and also Wade Cunningham making a move.
Yeah, there's Wade in the red car, red and black car on the high side of Jamie Camera, and he's looking up top there. Remember, when you get on the top side of the racetrack, you got a longer distance around, so it's tough to pull off a pass on the high side unless your car is really free.
Whoa, contact. That is Jay Drake in the Vision machine. He is coming to contact with the wall. We told you a 4-time USAC champion, reigning USAC sprint car champion. And he has had some cars come up across the racetrack and hit the right front. So that was there right away.
Yeah, that was coming through turn 4. Didn't see what brought that on. But I was just about to say, right now the track temperature is a lot cooler than what these guys have run on all weekend. So, you know, you got to be patient. You may have to give yourself an extra lap of getting that tire temperature up and therefore a little extra grip from your tires in this racetrack.
All right, in the early laps here, let's show you what happened here to 36-year-old Jay Drake, who currently sits second in the USAC sprint points, by the way. Making his 15th career start here at Menard Infiniti Pro. He's had the contact up across the racetrack, and we are under yellow here for the first time today. This is a 50-lap, by the way, 100-mile event on the 2-mile D-shaped oval. And after just one lap is complete, here's our top 5. It is Festa, Simmons, Camera, Cunningham, and Travis Gregg. And when we return, we'll take a cool, special look at a special talent about a driver's had a sensational second half of the year. And up close and personal with Jeff Simmons in just a moment. Well, back at California Speedway, and now it is official. 21-year-old Wade Cunningham has become the 2005 Menard Infiniti Pro Series champion. By virtue of attrition, he came in with a 33-point lead, needed to get a top 10 finish, and now with the incidents early on, he has clinched the title. How did he do it? Well, we tried to have a restart a moment ago, and in the restart, we had an incident in turn 3 and 4 involving the car of Taylor Fletcher.
Yeah, you can just see there the car just gets a little bit loose. The rear comes around, slides up the racetrack. Not a heavy contact, but on a track like this, any contact is no good.
All right, there's a look at the newly crowned champion, who's also looking for his first win. He's got his first championship. Can he get his first win today as we go back to green flag racing here at California Speedway?
And remember when we talked about restarts, this is a great opportunity to capitalize on making some positions. I think you're going to see Wade be very aggressive to be right on the tail of Travis Gregg here. Jeff Simmons is also another player in there.
They line up single file, lap 13 of 50, and the green flag waves again.
Now watch Wade jump out. He's got a good run. He's going to pull alongside Travis. He gets up to his rear wheel. They're going to get alongside. He's got Jeff Simmons in the red and white car pushing him along. 2 cars can go faster than 1, and they're on the high side doing that right now.
Wade Cunningham knows he's a champion. He can just let the dogs out now.
Absolutely, and Jeff Simmons knows that same case right behind him, and he's just going to have fun and drive and do the same thing. Now, it'll be interesting to see if Jeff Simmons stays in the top group, which it looks like he is. He's going to work with Wade. He's going to try and push Wade around. Again, 2 cars running together, they can run faster than 1. Look at Jeff's car wiggle. You see it move around there? That's just, you know, you have seams in this racetrack, and the cars do have just a little bit of movement from right to left.
The future stars of IndyCar right here. You're watching these young talents, exactly what this series was designed for by Tony George. The official development series for IndyCar Stars of Tomorrow, a stepping stone or ladder series, and my, what talent we're seeing here.
No, it's fantastic, and I love the onboard shots that we're getting from Travis Gregg's car when you just can look over at the side pod of the competition. And look at that wheel-to-wheel action. That's Jeff Simmons on the high side. He wants to get by Travis Gregg, and he just fell out of the screen. It's not going to get done now.
The inside, take a look at the moves there. Here goes Cunningham to make a move on the inside. Couldn't get him on the high side. See if he can get by on the bottom.
Yeah, well, he's going to make Travis go around him on the high side. You know, let's talk about how strong Travis Gregg has been on these super speedways. He's had 6 pole positions. His 3 wins have come on super speedways. He is stout on these big tracks like this. But, you know, any of these guys have showed their ability. Like you say, this is a stepping stone series. These guys want to get to the IndyCar series, and they're proving it right here in this series.
Wade Cunningham is our leader. And there's Jeff Simmons now making the pass, going by Travis Gregg for second spot. You know, the second half of the season has been nothing short of sensational for points runner-up Jeff Simmons. Now, earlier this week, he shared with us some special memories of his career and his childhood.
I think my victory at Milwaukee was probably the sweetest victory that I had because it was the first one for the team.
The most impressive victory for us had to be Pikes Peak, where he led 99 out of the 100 laps. That was just a dominating performance.
Hey, bud.
The kids are one of my favorite parts of dealing with the public. You're like something that they really aspire to be. I try to give kids the best advice that I can.
They're just attracted to Jeff. Many drivers don't take the time for the little kids. And we've had a number of parents have commented that he just does a tremendous job.
I've been going to the Cayman Islands since I was a kid. I learned to scuba dive when I was 10 years old, and that was one of the first places that my family went on vacation. I had the opportunity to move down there, and I live in an apartment that's right on the beach. I get to wake up and I see the Caribbean Sea.
The remainder against guys like, excuse me. Sorry.
Man, it's my first time. You're looking at the word in.
Yeah, we'll go in.
The Indy 500 was probably the best day of my life. I just wanted to thank everybody, and Bob was kind of cutting me off there. He took it really well, and we've joked about that actually many times.
My whole focus of getting Jeff in the car this year was to give him an opportunity to get into the IndyCar Series.
All I can do is try to win races, and hopefully I'll be able to move up there next year, and I would just love to get back to the Indy 500.
For all the owners out there, one of the smarter decisions I made was to hire Jeff Simmons.
And I'll agree with that as you watch Jeff Simmons now still battling for second spot side by side. 4 wins in the last 6 outings, 3 in the last 4. What a young talent he is. And I know he is very proud of what he's accomplished, but even more proud of is maybe his family. Cameron Steele standing by with his dad.
That's right, Doc. I'm with Gene Simmons. And Gene, Jeff has been asking you to come to the races. He says you're his good luck charm, he was telling me.
Well, I kind of think so because I had to miss a few of the races due to business commitments earlier in the season. And once I started coming back, he's won 4 of the last 6 races, so he kind of prodded me into coming to this one too, even though I'm not going to get back till Tuesday now. But I think he's got a chance to pull off a win here. He can't win a championship right now. Mathematically, he's out of it at this point in the race, but he's trying to hang in there for second spot right now in a championship.
Definitely heartbreaking not being able to win the championship, but he has raced at the Indy 500. I know you're the proud papa, and maybe next year we'll see him back at the Indy 500.
Well, he's certainly hoping so. He's got some things in the fire, and he's working on it every day of the week that he's not racing.
Right on. Thank you so much. And just a point of interest, Doc, he has won twice from the qualifying position he started in today, position 7.
And momentum. You know, it's amazing when you look at Jeff Simmons. It's been a tale of 2 seasons. The first 6 events of the year, he averaged a 10th place finish. In the last 6, he's won 4 of them.
Yeah, at the beginning of this year, Jeff and the whole Ken Harley, they couldn't buy any luck. But, you know, I'm a big Jeff Simmons fan. I think he's a very talented driver. He's won a couple championships before even getting to this level. And, you know, to win any championship, you are a very, very talented driver. And he showed that. What I like to see here, we got Wade Cunningham leaving, Travis Gregg, and Jeff Simmons trailing behind. These 3 guys in 1, 2, and 3, they have been the hottest 3 drivers on this circuit, so it's really neat to see them all together here in the last race of the year.
Jeff Simmons, a 2-time winner, you know, in the Barber Dodge Pro Series. Only the 2nd driver ever to win that series as a rookie, and the other one was Kenny Brett, so pretty good company there. Graduated from Boston College with a degree in computer science, so not only a great talent, he's very smart off the racetrack as well. Yeah, take a look at the first 6 events, an average finish of 10th. In fact, he was lucky to get 10th. He had a couple of incidents where he was taken out early on.
Yes, he did. We just see Jeff at the tail end of this pack. He's the 3rd car back, and you can see he had a little bit of a run on Travis, just getting pulled along there. He thought better of pulling out to get a pass, and now Travis is pulled alongside, and there, I love that onboard shot. There's Travis on the high side looking at Wade Cunningham. These guys are fighting for 1st and 2nd right here.
21-year-old Wade Cunningham has been crowned the champion. Whoa! Jaime Camara gets around and gets a little bit loose on the racetrack.
Yeah, we just saw the car loose. I don't know if he has a rear maybe or not.
And some frustration from Jaime Camara. Obviously a couple of cars getting in front of him. He had to jump on the binders. And when all that happened, Travis Gregg goes back to the lead. And Cunningham is second and Simmons is third.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what happened with JB, but we'll take a look at it right now. I think those guys just touched. They did. That's John Herb just touched with the back of Jamie, and they touched briefly even before that happened. There's just a little bit of smoke even before that bigger touch they had.
And he's got a left rear tire going down, so Jaime Camara will have to come on pit road. And the challenge continues up front as Wade Cunningham makes a move back on the high side with drafting help from Jeff Simmons.
Yeah, there's Jeff right on his tail. Isn't that great? Look at that. Look at how close those guys are.
Great Menards Infiniti Pro Series action at the finale here in California. We'll be right back. And back at California Speedway, we've been under yellow because of raindrops in the area, but we are getting set to go back to green. 11 laps to go, and our newly crowned Menard Infiniti Pro Series champion, Wade Cunningham, leading the way. If he were to hold on and win, he'd be a record 6th different winner here in 2005.
And here they are accelerating. I know Jeff Simmons, he only has 2 top gears in that car because he wanted to have that other top gear as a restart gear, and he's got a run going on Wade Cunningham. Look, he's right on his gearbox as they head down in here to 1.
Woo! 10 laps to go, and the guys that were 1-2 in the points are 1-2 on the racetrack, but here comes Travis Gregg, who was the pole sitter. He takes second spot away from Simmons.
Yeah, and while you saw Simmons drop back there, when he was right behind Wade, he obviously lost some air off the front of his car. Instead of his car pushing up the racetrack, he had to dump the throttle. That's why we've lost Jeff a couple car lengths back from this pack, but he'll come back.
All right, Travis Gregg is retaking the lead, but why don't we go down and visit with the championship car owner, the champion car owner, Brian Stewart, standing by with Cameron Steele.
Well, it's been since 1991 since Brian Stewart Racing has brought home a championship. Today they did it with the New Zealander, Wade Cunningham, and Brian, it's got to be an exciting day for you.
I'm happy as anything. You know, we were in Indy Lights for 15 years. We won the championship there twice. And we came over here, and this is our 4th year in the series, and it's all about the driver. You know, you get a good driver. We've always done a good car. Get a good driver, and there's the result. You know, you're leading the race, and you're leading the championship, and I'm happy as anything for Wade. I'm happy for the team because, you know, we worked pretty hard. We had a small budget to work with, and we worked within our small budget and won the championship.
Well, I just was curious, do you still carry the lucky nut? There it is, you guys. Brian Stewart's been rubbing that thing.
And maybe Brian Stewart's lucky nut will hang on for one more race here. Final laps of the 2005 Menard Infiniti Pro Series season, and this is what it's all about. 2 young talents running inches apart. Look how close Jeff Simmons is on the back of Wade Cunningham.
And he's been there just like that for the last 3 laps. So what that's telling me is Jeff has probably got a little bit more downforce in his car than Wade does because he's very good in traffic and he's good right on his bumper. But does Jeff have enough to lead this group? You know, can he get in front of Wade and be the guy leading? I don't know. But now he's got to size up his competition, work his racecraft, and figure out how he can get slungshot past Wade at the start-finish line. That's what he's going through his head.
Wade Cunningham is from New Zealand. He will not be the first champion in IndyCar racing from New Zealand, would he, Cameron?
Oh, he will not. I'm standing by right now with Scott Dixon, 2003 IndyCar champion. It's got to be a proud moment in New Zealand. Another championship in open-wheel racing.
Yeah, it's good to see. You know, Wade's done a very good year here in the IPS, and it looks like he's getting some pretty good help at the moment with him trying to win this race. I just hope he wins the race. You know, he has had a lot of second places so far, and I'm sure a lot of times this year he probably wished that he had won.
Have you had much time to talk to him about the race today and how to go about it if he clinches during the race?
You know, through the year you try and help out as much as you can, just with little tips here and there. But you know, as a driver, you just want to try and get it done yourself, and you know, you soak up as much as you can. But the situations always change when you're out there.
Thank you so much, Scott. Doc, back up to you.
Scott Dixon was a great IndyCar champion in 2003. Just broke a drought with a big win at Watkins Glen a few weeks ago. And watching his protege, Wade Cunningham, take the white flag, he is 2 miles away from his first win in open-wheel competition in the United States and his first championship. What a special day for Wade Cunningham if he can hang on.
Yeah, you still got to get through 3 and 4. Absolutely a talented race car driver. Look at this.
Contact.
Man, between Simmons, looks down the inside. We haven't seen that all day. Side by side, Doc.
Simmons, there's contact. Simmons is trying to get by. Cunningham has the high line. We'll see coming out of fourth. They are side by side. The final turn of the final lap. And, whoa, Cunningham pulls it off.
Woo, that got my heart going there on the back straightaway. I'm glad both those guys caught across the finish line.
What a finish. Oh, my gosh. They're beating and banging at 190 miles an hour on the backstretch. And Jeff Simmons wanted a shot at it, but Wade Cunningham would not be denied.
Yeah, and I couldn't be happier for Wade. Like we say, he's had 7 second-place finishes this year, and he wanted a win, and he got it along with the championship.
Watch this contact here. Now, watch Simmons make a move. It's the white flag lap. They're at 191 miles an hour. Boom, there's contact.
They are so lucky that didn't suck Jeff's car harder into Wade and take them both out. I'm glad they both finished.
Well, when we come back, we'll have a championship celebration for Wade Cunningham. His first win and his first title. All that and more in just a moment. All right, back in California, take a look at our final race results. Wade Cunningham, Simmons, Greg Festa, and Nick Bussell gets another top 5. There is Ari Leindyke Jr. 6th and Marty Roth rounding out the top 7. Our final season point standings, Wade Cunningham becomes our newest champion. Jeff Simmons 45 points back. Greg Bussell and Kamara in the top 5. Well, our newest winner is our newest champion as we head down the victory lane and talk to this guy, Wade Cunningham.
Wade, congratulations. It must be a dream day for you. Very proud people in New Zealand watching on as well.
Yeah, it was, we've been chomping at the bit all year for a win. We went to St. Pete and we had the good shot there, and then, it just never fell in place. And we've always had a good car and we've always been at the front. It's just never come off. And from the first lap, I knew the car was good, so I just wanted to get to the front and see if I could stay there. And I could, with the exception of the last lap scuffle, but we came out ahead, and that's all that matters.
What happened with the contact? Did you think it was all over right then?
No, I could see Jeff really just hanging back in 1 and 2, and I knew he was coming for a run. I'd left the inside open all race because of the bumps, and so he went there and I went down, and I tried to close the door, and we banged wheels. It was pretty hard, but I still had the momentum to exit 4 faster.
Congratulations, Wade. A great season.
Thanks, Cameron.
Well, from its beginning 8 months ago under a warm South Florida sun to the high drama on the high bank super speedways, it has been a year to remember for the drivers of the Menards Infiniti Pro Series. A record 6 different drivers have visited Victory Lane, with our newest winner here today becoming our newest champion. For Robbie Buell, Cameron Steele, and our entire ESPN2 crew, I'm Jerry Punch saying so long from California. We'll see you next at Homestead Miami Speedway in March. So long, everybody.